Hello, Farm-A-Life family.
Hi, family.
Here we are in one of our new cabins. I think this is one of the first times we've done an interview up here, haven't we?
We certainly have this room for about a year now.
I'm pretty sure. This is Cabin Cocoa.
Coconut House.
And we built them with our bare hands, and they are absolutely beautiful. And they have been inhabited for the last 10 days by my 3 new friends. We have new members of the Farm-A-Life family. We have the Swan, Swanee.
Swan.
Hi.
We have Chandra.
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 Come on.
Okay.
And she's an amazing chef, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
She's absolutely unbelievable. I've stolen a lot of their food at the dinner table.
He begs worse than the dogs.
Unbelievable. And we have our boy Drew.
Drew.
Okay, he's 1 for 3.
Here he is.
I'm also a chef if it matters.
He's a chef
he's
too.
a chef too.
And I tell you what, those of you that live in the United States, over on the western half especially, we've got 2 Cafe Gratitude executive chefs here.
And
Right? And
Gracias.
Gracias Madre.
Which is an offshoot of,
Which is a Spanish term, which is an offshoot of Cafe Gratitude.
still has that grateful theme.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mother.
Vegan Mexican.
Yes, and their food has been really amazing here, and they can whip things up really quick, and I've been able to try and taste and have just an absolutely wonderful time. But, you know, as all of you viewers, we always love the story, you know, how did they get to this point? So, you know, whoever's up first. The Swan, would you like to take it?
Well, sure. I'm not from Cafe Gratitude. I'm from Hardtail. I'm a clothing designer. I was really happy to come here with Chandra and Drew. They invited me, and just amazing food, wonderful experience, kind of just reframing life and settling in. It's fantastic. Brian and Jody have been amazing.
Let's talk about your story a little bit. Like, what got you to be like a vegetarian, vegan, raw foodist? Like, what put you in this position that you're in now?
I think I started a path of awareness and consciousness about 10 years ago with yoga teacher training, and just following what feels healthy and natural for me. I do that in my life, and this is a natural extension of that for right now.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Chandra.
Well, I came here
Your
for
story.
Drew's 50th birthday.
Whoop,
You know,
whoop.
my
Birthday
dear
party.
friend of 18 years, and we have a long history of food together. We worked for Green's Restaurant in Fort Mason for many years together under Annie Somerville, and that was amazing introduction to organic vegetarian food. And I've been a vegetarian in the past for 12 years, a vegan for 8 years, a raw foodist for 2 years, and now I'm actually an omnivorous. I eat all kinds of organic.
You're a flexitarian?
A flexitarian.
We've got another flexitarian.
Yeah.
Flexible.
But I eat organic food, mostly, you know.
Very cool.
And, you know, I've worked for Cafe Gratitude for 11 years now, and it's just been a long and wonderful education under the hands of the Engleharts around sustainability and organics and health consciousness and what that means, and I imagine to just continue on in that for the rest of my career. And I'm now currently the chef at Gracias Madre in West Hollywood.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Gracias Madre. We're in a Spanish country.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mama.
Yeah.
Totally.
A beautiful name. Very cool. Drew.
Okay. Let me see. I've been vegetarian. Well, first of all, I mean, I wanted to say to everybody that I came to Farm of Life specifically to celebrate my 50th birthday. I couldn't imagine any better
He looks
place
like
to
he's
do
30.
this. And
It's
it's
amazing.
I've been following you guys for, I think I've said this to you before, about 3 or 4 years online. I came to, I think, Finga de Vida through raw food websites and following some raw food people, and it has far surpassed any expectation that I've ever had about Finga de Vida.
Up and away, baby.
Yeah. I've been a vegetarian since I was 19. Probably a vegan for about 7-8 years, a raw foodist for about I think the longest period sustained I've ever had was about a year. And currently I would say I eat a high raw diet. And I'm thoughting today, the last day of my 49th year, that I think I'm going to classify myself as a vegetarian. going forward.
Not a
because
flexitarian.
I think a vegetarian
All
at this
right.
point, so we'll see. 50
got
is
a
going to be
vegetarian.
about moderate vegetarianism for
Very good. You know, I'm curious though. Let's get down and dirty a little bit. You guys used to party. We've talked a little bit. You guys were big partiers,
Yep.
right? And I used to be a big partier too. And so I'm curious, when was that moment? Like I remember, you know, sitting in a bar and just being like, you know what, I don't want to live this way anymore. I need to make some changes. And it led me to this. So what about this for you guys? You know, when was the moment? When was the turning point?
Well, for me, it was actually in a manager meeting with Cafe Gratitude when we
Very cool.
came to the realization that we all had addiction problems. And so we decided to do some work together as a group in the spiritual and indigenous plant medicine realm.
Mm-hmm.
That then removed all habitual use out of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Downloaded a new operating system.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll talk about the plant medicines here in a second, but I want to talk to Drew a little bit about
I
it.
think mine was, I lived in Italy for 8 years. I lived in Venice, Italy, and at one point I also realized that I had an addiction problem with alcohol. I realized that I was an alcoholic. And I, at that point, had been, actually for about 2 of those years, the first years I lived in Italy, I had moved there as a vegan, had sort of transformed into like a little bit of everything, and when I realized that that issue had come to, you know, that I had become an alcoholic, you know, that I call it that, I realized that I couldn't live that way. You know, I just had one of those, okay, this is it, and I slowly moved back to being a vegan. Well, slowly, within a few months, I had gone to veganism and then to raw food. And so I spent the last year in Italy as a raw foodist. And when I came back to the United States, leaving Italy, I sought out Cafe Gratitude. It's kind of an interesting story. I sought out Cafe Gratitude because I went specifically to work at Cafe Gratitude and found out that one of my oldest friends was managing the joint. We had running the whole show. And I had no idea because we'd lost touch while I was in Italy. And and the rest is history.
Amazing. So there's a lot of gratitude for Cafe Gratitude because Cafe Gratitude has changed.
Oh, here. We love Cafe
Big time.
Gratitude.
Yeah, we've been there too and we've eaten it. It's really great food. But let's talk about the medicine work too, because you guys did a little medicine work here. You know, how is that going? How is that progressing as you go deeper down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, well, I think for me, you know, it's been a long, slow road working with indigenous plant medicines, and I felt that here was an amazing opportunity to do that. Being, you know, really super connected with nature as you just are here. I mean, you can't not be, you know. And I felt that engaging that medicine while I was here was an incredible thing to do. It was one of the things I wanted to do for my 50th birthday, actually. And I gained a lot of insight from it this visit, let's say.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What did you, just to touch upon it, what did you guys learn from this last medicine ceremony that you did here?
Well, one thing I really got in touch with was where I block energetic flows in my life. Like I really got that there's a core of doubt and fear that I hold on to very deeply, and this work with the medicine that I did over the weekend really showed me where that is, and that I need to allow that to break free.
Open out.
Yes, get the flow going. Yeah.
Nice. That's very good. Wow.
I think just the getting in touch with nature and the build up to doing some of this work, just having a very simple lifestyle where you come and you're nourished and you're taking care of yourself, and then you're eating really wonderful food that's connected, like your place, everything is connected, and then the medicine work just takes that deeper. And
You make a good point how this place and what we teach here goes hand in hand with the ayahuasca, right?
Absolutely.
So you get connected, and so you can go down that much deeper with the ayahuasca. Yeah, that's
it's getting
great.
into the roots, into the earth, and you can't get around that.
I've heard you saying, you talk about the gratitude that you had during the medicine.
Absolutely.
ceremony.
I think the ceremony that we had was about gratitude, and I've been getting in touch with that more for myself, that just coming with that open heart and really wanting to connect with earth and nature, and having that be life.
That's fantastic.
So,
Jen?
Well, I think that also talking about also everything else we've done here besides the plant medicine, which
Yeah.
you know we had Reiki and we did
Oh, yeah.
QiGong and we did.
Absolutely.
There's been yoga and
The
extensive
gong and
exercise.
bowls.
Right, right.
And green juice is waiting for us every morning, and just the building of like health.
Yeah. All that
And
prepares
then
you.
that just, the medicine just plays a natural part in that. They
Yeah.
all work together.
Yep, it's a very symbiotic relationship we have with the farm down, 20 minutes down the gravel road, because we can sort of prepare people for that deeper experience, And for those of you out there that have, maybe you're watching this video right now and you're like, maybe I do have an alcohol or a drug problem, maybe I do want to come down there and just kind of detox and cleanse and de-stress, and then go deeper with a plant medicine ceremony. I'm a proof positive that it can change you, and all of these wonderful people are here too, So,
Yeah.
and just quickly, your experience here, right? I mean, you just touched upon it pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like, how
I mean, I
amazing
don't
it's
want to
been.
leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave, and I'm trying to figure out how I can work my life out to come back for a 3-month stint, So.
We would love that. My wife and I
yeah.
were talking
We
about
take
that last
chefs.
night after we mentioned it at the fire pit, and you guys would be highly overqualified for a volunteer job, but we would welcome you with open arms. You'd be unbelievable. It would be like you'd send us an email and we'd be like, yeah, you're hired when you just give us a date. So
Yeah.
let us know that.
So,
That's for sure. So, businesses that you guys are in.
yeah.
Swanee, you're involved in a clothing line.
Hardtail.
Talk to us about that, the website and stuff like that, so we can plug your stuff.
Oh, sure. So for the last 10 years, I've been the designer for Hardtail clothing, and it's a yoga loungewear, very weekend kind of wear, and we do some sundresses. They are all made in the USA and have been very actively involved in the yoga community for this. They've been in business for 20 years.
Fantastic.
And in a way, it's a big company, and in another way, it's a mom and pop.
And the website for that?
And the website is Hardtail Forever Clothing.
Hardtail Forever Clothing, everybody. Go check that out if you're into yoga.
Yeah.
Chandra.
Well, currently I run Gracias Madre, West Hollywood. There's also one in San Francisco, California. And
Which she
I've
opened.
been employed in family with Cafe Gratitude for 11 years. And I'm going to stay with them. I'm actually
Excellent.
hoping to open another restaurant concept under them within the next 2 years. Probably.
That's amazing. And what are the CEOs? You've talked to us a little bit about the owners, and hopefully they get the chance to see this, because they're such amazing people, right?
Matthew and Tercy Englehart, and they own Be Love Farm in Vacaville, California. You can look up their website as well, belovefarm.com, and you can go on farm retreats, farm tours. They do retreats in Maui. They've written 5 books: Sacred Commerce, Kindred Spirit, on and on and on. Mind-blowing vision.
We need to have them here at the Farm Alliance, don't we?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys are watching this YouTube video, which I'm really hoping that eventually somehow you get, which you will, come here, please. Come here, please, and you'll see what we're all about. Definitely. I would definitely like to connect with you guys, for sure. And Drew.
Me.
Executive chef.
Well, I'm going to turn 50 tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Best day ever. Best birthday ever. And I will be opening Cafe Gratitude in downtown Arts District of Los Angeles in March, I think. And,
Our chef right now just got the pastry chef job.
And I just got, in San Diego, we're opening in probably April or May, a new Cafe Gratitude down there.
Yes.
And yeah, I recruited the head baker here from you guys.
Yeah.
Amazing development there.
Amazing.
And hopefully within a couple of years, I'm going to have a tropical permaculture farm right nearby here, so I can contribute to this community. And
Drew's going to be our neighbor.
I'm going to be your neighbor. For sure.
I can't wait. That's going to be
And I
absolutely
also just would
amazing.
like to. I'd also like to mention Chris and Lisa Bombright, who are co-owners of Cafe Gratitude and Gracias Madre with Matthew and Terces, are also amazing people that have contributed enormously to the vegetarian food community, organic food community in Los Angeles, and it would be great to get them here too. They're incredible business partners.
The vision wouldn't have continued in the capacity that it has without them.
No,
They're like
absolutely.
a major part of the growth. And I would like to see them do workshops sometime too, because to me they're one of the most just admirable couples I've met in my life.
Great.
Come on down. I mean, my idea now, since meeting you guys, is to have sort of a meshing with the everything that Gracias Madre and Cafe Gratitude's doing with Farm of Life.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
There's definitely
let's do
a lot
it.
of ways we can cross pollinate with each other for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Farmer Life family, we've got 3 new family members, and there's more to come. And we love you very much. And those of you out there really that want to come down here and clear a lot of blockages and make major changes in your life, come on down, send us an email.
And happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving.
And look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We've had some
Water.
gorgeous days in November.
Water's going in on Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah, everybody check out that pool.
Sign at the pool pump house. Whoop, whoop. Okay.
Amazing. And thank you, Brian and Jody. It's been an amazing
Yeah.
birthday trip.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Loved having y'all.
Yeah.
Fun
We
times.
love you guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.